Hey everybody, Nick here again with Big Flick Energy, bringing you another movie review, and today's is for Fear Street Part 2, 1978. As the title mentions, this is now set in the 70s. You've got the great soundtrack, you got some Foghat, you got some Alice Cooper, you've got the setup of this movie feels very much so like Camp Crystal Lake or Friday the 13th, if you're unfamiliar with Camp Crystal Lake is. All the feels, especially being a horror movie fan, this is something that gave me a bunch of nostalgia, but also just felt perfectly executed from a not necessarily a reboot type of standpoint, but from an homage standpoint. I think they did everything right. They took the what worked in the first one, manipulated it for the time period in the second one, all leading up to the ultimately last part of the story, which we'll get a review for in a couple days, Fear Street Part 3. But focusing on this one, this is my favorite one so far. I have seen all three, so it's my favorite one of the three. Um, Everything in this movie works. The characters, so you've got Sadie Sink playing the main character. You may know her as Mad Max from Stranger Things season 2 and 3. Her sister in this movie is Emily Rudd. She plays a character, Cindy Berman, who you'll learn a little bit more about. You may even know who it is already if you've seen the first movie. And with that being said, if you haven't seen the first movie, you probably shouldn't be watching this review. But anyways, everything gets turned up to 11 in this one. The gore, the violence, the story, the backdrop of the characters, the in depth behind the scenes kind of information you're getting on these characters is just excellently done. Even without parts 1 and 3, I think this one does a great job standing alone on its own, as it gives you enough information and enough of the antagonist to actually enjoy it. Again, as a standalone movie. If you've seen this one, let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Would love to know, especially for you horror fans out there. If you haven't seen it, again, if you're not averse to gore and violence, I would definitely suggest this movie. It was absolutely a good one. Definitely one of my favorites from this year. Netflix did a great job adapting these young adult novels into more even though they're based on children and young adults, more of an adult themed movie. It definitely seemed that way, anyways. Again, with the violence and the I guess visuals that they bring to the movie. But anyways, absolutely love this one. If it's not really for you, you're not into gore and violence. Let me know what you think of just the review. Let me know if there's any other kinds of movies or genres you want to see reviewed. Anything you're on the fence about. Always open to suggestions. Love to hear any comments or feedback. Again, cannot suggest Fear Street Part 2 enough to everyone out there. Netflix just doing a bang up job here. And yeah, can't wait to bring the review of the third one to close up this series. But these have been some of my favorite ones to review this year. So again, if you haven't yet, definitely go check it out. And as always, cannot wait to hear from you. And thanks for tuning in.